Okay, good morning. It's September 11, 9/11. It's amazing how we our minds work. Most people today, when they got up in the morning, didn't even remember that today is the 11th yahrzeit, so to speak, of 9/11. I'll be honest with you. Yesterday I thought of it, but this morning when I got up, it was not the thing that was on my mind.
Same thing with me.
It's actually my daughter's brother's birthday today, so if by any chance he's listening to this, Baruch, I want to wish you a happy birthday. And you and your wife and children should really just have good mazel and joy in your lives. But that's the way our mind is. We suppress what we don't want to remember, and which in a way is a good thing. But the unfortunate thing is that we also suppress good things. I know that I'm guilty of it. So sometimes, you have a disagreement with somebody, whether it's a friend, a sibling, a spouse, and when you're fighting, you don't remember all the good things. And we have really very short-term memory. You can have a great day with somebody, and the next day he comes to shul and he says something that you don't like, and all of a sudden you think he's a big jerk. And as we said in a couple of days ago, it's always about what have you done for me lately. So somebody can be good to you all your life, but then one thing that they do, and then you forget everything. This is, of course, not a Toradic way of looking at things. We should be very appreciative. Hakarat Hatov. We should be very appreciative. Good morning, Rabbi.
Good morning, Rabbi.
By the way, if anybody notices that I'm not wearing talis and tefillin, that's because I davened already. We davened at 5 o'clock in the morning. We started davening at 5. I got to shul. We were supposed to meet at the airport initially. We were supposed to meet at the airport. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but then we changed it. We're going to meet at the rest area. We finally decided we're going to meet in shul we came. A couple of people came from Lakewood, and we made a minyan for them, and we had minyan here at 5 o'clock in the morning, Rabbi. So we were able to do it. And I especially wanted to do it because this past Purim, I flew to LA, and I was very worried that I wouldn't have a minyan on Purim night, and people helped me out in California, and this was my way of repaying Hashem for doing this to me.
Because
yeah.
When it's the time of me, you came for my father when my brother was in a desperate situation, and my father was passed away that night. You went extra effort to be there. I want to say thank you to MENDY for what he did that night too.
Okay, you're welcome. And
If I was here, you should come.
Excuse me?
No, I say, if I was here.
No, you're in here, Rabbi. You're in Florida.
Oh, I'm in Florida.
Yeah, you're in Florida.
Otherwise,
I want you, Benny. I want you to call me at 24 hours a day, but only for good things.
Amen.
Okay?
I call you for good things. You don't give me.
So that's why I'm not wearing talis and tefillin, because I davened already. I've been asking the last few months the question: what do you think your purpose in this world is? Why do you think you were put into this world?
That's what the Mesilas Yesharim asked that question.
Everybody asked that question.
In the introduction.
And really, I mean, it's impossible, for me, it's impossible to have an answer if you're not religious. Let's take a person who's totally not religious and a good person, a kind person, but he's not religious. So let's try to figure this out. I asked this person, okay, Max, what do you do in this world? Well, what do you mean, what am I doing in this world? I get up, I work, I make a living, I have money, I go to restaurants, I go to movies. I mean, it can't be that's why you were put into this world. What's the whole purpose? Unless if you don't believe in God, then what you're basically saying is that I have no purpose in this world. Is it to eat so that I can go to the bathroom? Is it?
But every day is a different story.
Every day is a different story. So you
challenge.
think this whole world is just so that you should have this problem in life, and you should take care of this, and you should build a house, and you should pay real estate taxes, and your plumber should come
like
to fix up because your toilet backs up.
I haven't even gone to work yet. It's stressing me out.
You see, exactly. Life is full of stress.
For example, today it was a challenge for us to come for
Right.
to make a meal.
Exactly.
So it's a challenge. Every day is different. Why
Every day is a different thing. But we all have challenges throughout the day.
Yeah.
And
How you handle it.
if there is no concept of Torah or godliness in the world, I just don't know how people just go on and on. I mean, they do. I mean, I have friends and business associates that they get up every morning and they take a shower and they come to work and they make money and then they get into their fancy cars and they go to fancy restaurants and they come home and get into their fancy beds and with down covers and they go to sleep and they do the same thing the next day and they're doing it for 50, 60, 70 years and then they die. So what is it? I mean, what was it? Just a game? Is it instead of a 9-inning ball game? Is it a 70-year game that you won? I mean,
It's something interesting that we got to do. There's a monument in London,
yes,
and the epitaph says, died at 40, buried at 70.
right.
In other words, he lived a life of a vegetable. See, it didn't have any meaning. He was
Right.
really dead years ago.
Exactly. Like some
They
people
finally
are dead for many years.
They didn't have any meaning, see?
They just have a weak heart, and we don't want to tell them that they're dead already because
Vegetable life.
they can suffer a heart attack.
But the
But
prophet already raised the question. Hashem shoyam imo.
Right,
See,
right.
See, so what is God asking? He must chesed, mishpot, v'asnei alechet im elokecha.
exactly.
To
So
do kindness and to do justice.
does anybody want to say,
Walk humbly.
if you had a chance to think about it, what you think? I don't need anything very profound. Just what do you think your role in this world is? I remember I was 18 years old, and somebody asked me that question. I was going to yeshiva at that time, and off the cuff, I gave an answer. I said, my role in this world is that I should at least do one thing to make this world a better place. So after I'm gone, there's one thing. It can be the smallest thing in the world, that this world should be a better place. Whatever it is, I just made that statement. I'm not even sure I knew what I had in mind at the time. Now I said it in my yeshiva to my Rebbe, and I've since then heard this Rebbe quote me in many of his speeches, and he would say, MENDY said that a person's role in this world is to leave this world having accomplished at least one small thing. It would have been worthwhile for one small thing to accomplish. Now we have this concept of tikkun olam. You've heard of that?
saving the world.
Tikkun Olam is sort of like
fixing.
perfecting the world, to repair the world. So, but I would like to hear if you can tell me, like,
people, not repair the world.
Excuse me?
The concept has been misconstrued.
It was misconstrued. Okay, the Rabbi Fox is saying.
Others.
Yes.
I think it's
I mean, even though I've said this before, even though it's very nice, I feel my role in this world is to make an honest living so I can provide for my wife and my children, and that they can go to school and that they can be dressed nicely and everything. But that still can't be. That's not why God made this world and put you in this world. God didn't put you in this world so that you can buy clothing for your children.
provide.
He didn't have to. If you weren't put in this world, you wouldn't have the children.
Well, we have mitzvahs for a reason.
Excuse me?
We have commandments for a reason.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Life is action. You do things that
Got these new glasses.
God commands us
Oh,
to
you
do
gotta find
to
any-
sanctify our daily
Yeah.
existence, to find godliness in everything that we do, to bring the light up there, down here, or something.
Okay. So you're speaking in very esoteric
Yeah.
terms, which is true. By the way, what you're saying is true. But I think each one of us has to come up with a goal in his life. There is a goal, and I like to use the metaphor of a baseball game.
Interesting.
Okay, Rabbi Fox, go ahead.
No, because you were saying, how can anyone really have meaning and purpose in life if they're
Right.
not religious? They say, Filas Vesamedos. Goes to this. It says, Moida Nefonecha, Shem Kai, for you're familiar. Says, Samta Kelki Miyosu Vesamedos. Purpose in life. Sit, study. Though Samta Kelki Miyosu Coronas. You didn't make it like people stand around the corner.
Morning, Ellie.
Sit around the corner. Ani mashki, mehe mashki. I get up in the morning.
I just want to say, Rabbi Fox is quoting from the prayer that we say when we finish a Masechta, or when we start a Masechta, and where we say a certain prayer, and we're saying that we are different than all the other nations. That while they go through the motions of doing things, they get up in the morning, we get up in the morning, but it's all different.
They brush their teeth.
You know.
They do their natural. Ani mashki l'divrei Torah. Vehe mashki l'dvarim b'teilim.
Right.
Ani amel vehe mamel. Ani amel kabescha. Vehe mamel.
Right. That's right.
Ani ras vehe motzi. See,
They're running. Everybody's in a rush. Where are you rushing to?
Who knows?
Elliot, we're asking the question here. No, I don't need an answer from you right now.
Ani ras chaya olam haba. Vehe rotzim lihev shachos. They're running to the grave.
Right. We're asking what does a person think? What do you think your purpose, what you're here for? It can't be, it can't be just that you're here to be a nice guy. You're here to make a few dollars so that you can, exist and eat at Bubby's. Even though those things are important, and he's got to make a living too, but there's got to be a reason why God created us. There's nothing that was created, not only us. This pen was created for a certain reason. Everything that's done is done through God, and if we think about that, it's humbling. Yet at the same time, we have to have a goal. Could you imagine if you started a baseball game, and the goal was not to win? It wasn't to win. I mean, it wouldn't be. Nobody would be motivated. We have to. How are we motivated? You're only motivated if you have a goal. So what's the goal? What's the end game? What's the exit strategy? Okay, if it's just to get to the finish line and die and get buried, that would be horrible. So there has to be a greater purpose. And in the course of life, as you're working towards that goal, there are many things that you have to do in order to live in a world amongst people, and among them is to be nice and to be excuse me? Right. So each one of us has to think what we want to do. I was saying that I said this about 45 years ago, that I said my goal is to accomplish something in this world, so that after I leave, I've done something to make something better.
120 years.